XO is a company which firmly believes in creating memories and moments for their customers, which would be cherished for a lifetime. Gift XO 3 years back launched an innovative concept which provides a wow experience and offering a complete and delightful satisfaction to their customers every time. They strive to ensure that when a customer does something, it's truly memorable. So the gift is more in kind, it is an experience, and it is certainly the most innovative gift that I have heard of in the present time. And I would like to take this pleasure to say that Mr. Manoj Agarwal, who is a co-founder of the company, is going to join us on the next panel. And I would like to invite all the panelists, Mr. Manoj, Mr. Suhas, Mr. Inbaraj, and Mr. Menon.
This session is about Millennial, this session is about campus, this session is all about youth, right? So we expect a very lively kind of session, right? I mean, that's to do with youth and to do with energy. I don't know whether you have taken a look at this last month's HBR. You know what the cover of the HBR talks about? I'll read there is the picture of a time bomb ticking. That's the cover of the HBR, Harvard Business Review, August. So there's a picture of a time bomb ticking, and the message is, I'll just read it out to you. The message is, it's time to blow up HR and build something new. Okay, so it's a very radical kind of a headline. I haven't seen HBR come out so strongly. They talk about a few very, very aggressive changes and viewpoints that's happening. Changing from the current, which is to do with practices and so on, into 3 different domains. One he talks about is HR getting to predict outcomes. Because what delivers outcomes? People deliver outcomes. HR knows the people the best, and HR will then be able to predict outcomes. The second is about diagnosing problems in the company. That is, so far, the thought is that problems are diagnosed, it is handed over to HR, HR will go and find the people. It's a reversal, okay? The HR, being the people who are in the forefront, who know the people the best, are best equipped to actually spot problems which are changing very, very fast in the current environment. Okay, that's the second point. And the third, he talks about HR proactively prescribing actions to lead the company. And the kind of a synopsis, there are about 5 articles in one issue on HR and how to revamp the whole context. And the overall submission by the authors is that HR will take center stage with the CEO, and together with HR CEO Finance, I don't know why he left out marketing and so on, HR CEO, HR and Finance together will drive the growth of organizations. This is in a gist what HBR talks about. Coming away from HBR and into campus, I've been on the other side of the table. I've been handling campus recruitments for the last 10, 12 years across the best B schools. There are myths and myths about campus recruitment. You talk to any HR leader, there's an opinion and so much of, as I see it, dissonance between what the students feel and what the other side feel, okay? I'll give you some examples and then we'll go on to the discussion. Guess which is when I talk about large recruiters, guess which is a recruiter which draws maximum power on campus? Well, there are these marquee recruiters, no doubt, but amongst the big recruiters, one of the recruiters which draws maximum pull in the campus is an IT company. This company is not by any stretch of imagination. You know the IT scene in Bangalore. It's not by any stretch of imagination the top paying campus recruiter. He does not give any glamorous, glitzy roles. but this company has a 90% retention of the top MBAs who join them compared to an average of 60%. What does the company do? The company is very clear as to what roles they assign people who join this company, what track these millennials have, and this track is managed by the CEO. Okay? So this is one example. The second, before I hand it over to the panel, the second example is, there was a consulting company. This consulting company was drawing fairly low traction. What they did is, they used the alumni of the campus, sent them regularly across various sessions. The alumni started leading the company's entire marketing pitch, and within 2 years' time, they became the preferred recruiter. These are just 2 points. We'll come back to this as we discuss. And now I will hand you over to Suhas, one of our panelists, to start the proceedings.
Good afternoon, everyone. Voice is low because just lunch is over. So, handling the post-lunch sessions are a slightly difficult job. So, I will start with some humor and then we'll come back to the main session. See, where to take a proper name and how to arrange the proper subject at proper forum is a very difficult task. So, one person was there, he was always speaking bad words and all negative things, and one day he had to attend some marriage. So all persons in the house were a bit scared. If we take and if we make some muck there, it will be a big problem. They told him, you should chant only God's name, nothing else, only positive things should come. So marriage hall was going on and he went up and he went straight to the podium like this and started, I want to take some God's name, Ram Naam Satya, Ram Naam Satya. So again he was beaten up. So Ram Naam Satya is for last journey. He wanted to make it in the marriage hall. So it really, I think you are not in still humor mood. You have seen one ad, Fevicol ad was there. That one person, a stylish person with a big stick will be trying to fish in the water. And other person with lungi and all that, he comes running there. He is singing some song. He says, shh, don't sing song, fish will go. Then he comes, bring his stick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and he puts it and all 7 fishes come. So exactly, dear friends, it is a knack how to catch youngsters, especially their expectations are changing in these days. So success, I have worked with various companies, and in some companies where I don't want to mention the names, when we used to start our talk, many of them will walk away. But where presently I am working, nobody walks away, but everybody wants to aspire and take a job there. I am working with Larsen & Toubro at Bangalore, and this is one of the most prestigious company. What we do, I'll be mentioning before I hand over to other colleagues. We try to make a very brand image of our company. We have about 120 colleges all over India from where campus recruitment was made. Because of recession and other trends, we have reduced this year to only 60 colleges. There we sponsor some of the major events, technical events as well as some HR related events, where our senior officers also will be going and talking. We go to the various colleges to give the guest lectures, and we project there that our company is different than others, how professionally it is managed, how much freedom you are having to discuss with your own seniors, how creativity is encouraged, various benefits we try to tell while we are talking. Maybe subject, but we touch upon it so that brand image goes up. Then salary package is one of the most important thing, and we try to keep our salary package as high as possible compared to other industries, because that is what people, youngsters will be interested in. Other benefits also will be explaining to them. How I was retained in this company, that also I want to say. Though I am not a millionaire or a youngster, I have changed about 8 companies. When I came to this company, I was suddenly offered by other company a job like chief operating officer. I wanted to put my papers and go away because a lot of jump. But this says, no, we have not hired you for living. We have just told you one package. There is another package for you, and that is ESOP package, stock options. Huge. Under Companies Act, only 15% of the shares can be allotted to the employees. So under that stock options, very selective employees will be given the shares. So this also is explained to the campus while hiring, and that is a big one. And there is a catch again in that one. If you are given 1,000 shares per year, it will be spread over for a period of 5 years. And they will be making huge money if they sell the shares because they comes at a very competitive price. If it is 500, it will be in the market, it will be 1,500. So they will make huge money. If you leave the company in between, you have to make good that entire loss. So nobody wants to take a risk and want to stick on. Then there will be holiday homes. Then attraction for youngsters these days is visits abroad, sites, deputation to the various sites abroad. It really attracts them. Then we tell them how fast track growth can happen in this company. And alumni here we induct alumni, those who have just joined at the entry stage and where they have grown. Incidentally, chairman and managing director of a company, A.M. Naik, he joined this very company as a graduate engineer trainee, and 40 years he is there. Many of the senior and most employees have stayed there and they have put in long service. This we project to the campus recruits. Then we also, many engineers, especially when we go to campus, they have fear that they will not be able to continue their education. So they want to use it as a platform and jump. So here what we have done is some higher education support also we give at L&T. If the candidate is very bright, we depute him to XLRI or IIM Ahmedabad and other places where he has got an opportunity to continue his education, get the master's degree, and also it will be beneficial for the company also. That type of particular specialization will be deputing. Then creativity, how to enhance creativity, because this is a world of competition. How directly rewards we give based on creativity, that also will explain to them. Then comes the work-life balance. Continuous and monotonous work we also discourage. So how work-life balance is also done, that is also explained to the newcomers. Then there will be flexi timing opportunities, that also will be explained. Then use of modern techniques at work, that will be also explained. Then there will be campus connects and project works. Some bright students from IIMs or other colleges, we differentiate, no doubt about it. 25,000 we give as a stipend for that project work, 2 months or 3 months, whatever they do. And for other students, we give 15,000. But we make use of this opportunity to develop rapports with the student. We give them some live projects and we guide them properly so that interest also develops for the company. And students are inclined to join the company as early as possible. Campus recruitment becomes a formality. So with these few words, I hand over to our moderator. I'll come back if I'm asked for.
One of the things I hear L&T do very well in campuses, and I've been hearing it from the students, is about the ESOPs. So I think in premier colleges you are giving strong ESOPs, and how do you find this work? I mean, is it really grabbing attention? Is it getting the right students, or is it a retention strategy?
Basically, it is a retention strategy. We immediately don't give ESOPs along with the appointment order. But we'll tell them that we'll watch your performance, and if you perform to this extent, definitely they are taken care of. No going back on that.
And if you were to pick one attribute amongst these many you have listed as one that draws the most attention from students in campus, what would that be?
Now, one of the things is that our talk with the students, that guest lectures is a prize catch actually, because there we get ample time to speak about the company without any expecting them from them, and that makes a lasting impression.
So, and how strong a campus team do you have to get this process in place across the 60 campuses which you said?
Yeah, no, teams, same team doesn't go to 60.
Yeah, so how many, what kind of?
So about 3 to 4 group goes there, and there is a very systematic process of test, and no manual this one. Everything comes technically assessed, and process goes very fast.
Thank you very much. We will now come to our second speaker. He's from TCS. He joined TCS fairly just about 1 year. Probably give a small brief about yourself, and then we can start.
Good afternoon, friends. It's a very challenging. I don't know what angry Meera is having on me, but the punishment is disproportionate. Meera, where is she? She's not there. Okay. Giving a session for the post lunch is very, very big punishment, disproportionate. Anyway, it's a good opportunity to interact with the people of combination from students, faculty, as well as the corporate. I would like to take this topic is more we are talking about the campus recruitment. Are we ready now? Or what is the future status of the campus recruitment? How are we going to get prepared for the campus is the question. I would like to go out of the campus, which I work as General Manager HR in TCS Tata Consultancy Services past 1 year. I have close to 20 years experience from different companies like GE, Caterpillar. The entire experience is from the core HR functions. So this is about me. And I used to visit actually most of the campuses. Even yesterday we were there in SDM Hubli. We recruited around 205 candidates for the next placements for the next year. I used to take part I was called for a academic board, to be a part of academic board in PSG Coimbatore to frame the syllabus last year. While framing the syllabus, there was a discussion. They have called close to 30 people from the different industries. I was the only person from HR. Balance 29 people are from non-HR background, all from technical and people. So obviously HR takes always the last round, and as usual I was given the last opportunity to speak in the forum. Believe it or not, entire 29 people were talking about only one subject during the process, the syllabus. They were not talking about anything about technical. They said actually nowadays students are well equipped in technical knowledge, they are sound enough, nothing. They are all talking about only one subject. Which subject? Soft skills. Invariably, all 29 students were talking only about the need for soft skills for the engineering students. That's the current scenario today. What is the expectation from the corporators? It's actually, the plenty of students market is available. There are about close to 1.5 lakh students are passing out from engineering college every year. And not even 25,000 students are getting a core employment in the right field which they have studied. They are not getting an employment actually. CA survey speaks actually 66% of the engineering graduates are not employable in India. 66% out of 100 people, 66 people are not employable in India actually. They are talking about it. Coming back to MBA, any guess? What's the percentage? 84% are not employable in India, who are all coming out from management institutions. What are we doing about it actually? I'm just leaving certain institutions like IIM, XLRI, which is about maybe maximum 10 to 20% in Indian population of the management graduates. I'm not touching that. I'm going to talk about the 80% which doesn't have an access for these kind of institutions. See the pathetic situation of a student today. From first standard to 12th standard, what they are getting prepared. Actually speaking, the soft skills has to be groomed, nurtured from the school days, if I'm right. What the schools are doing from first standard to 12th standard? Almost the preparation goes for 10th standard exam starting from 8th standard itself. So only target for them is the percentage of score, class passing, maximum percentage, maximum marks in the 10th standard. So they completely ignore the soft skills or the ability, competencies which has to be groomed at the school level is completely missed out. And actually then they go to the plus 2. PUC, they are also same situation, the marks. I used to call them, the private institutions, as marks manufacturing centers. They don't produce quality students actually there. Marks manufacturing centers, repeatedly test. After getting through the exams, the state rank, there is one teacher actually, correspondent of a school, is talking about, our children are studying 11 hours in a day repeatedly. 11 hours. What are we trying to do them with them actually? Study, recall, write. That's all. Is there any other levels of intelligence available in this actually in the students here today? Study. Repeatedly same test, study, go and write the unit test, repeatedly study, then again go for the final exams, get the marks. You know about one thing? Second state rank holder in the state of Tamil Nadu last year, 2 years back, she's from Hosur school actually. She has got an MBBS seat, second rank. But believe it or not, the first semester actually she couldn't pass through any of the subjects. She was mentally sick. All these people from Hosur will be knowing that actually. Vijay Vidyalaya. So that's the kind of students are we, what for? Student rank, second rank in the state. What are we trying to achieve actually? Student is not able to pass the first. And the last 2013, 43 engineering colleges in the state, 43 engineering colleges, not even a single student had all pass in their first semesters. In the 43 engineering colleges, in one state I'm talking about. India data may be different. 43 engineering colleges, not even a single student has successfully cleared all subjects in the semester. So where's the problem lying actually? It's about the society. We are talking about only the employment opportunity. Other than employment, entrepreneurship, developing their overall competencies, grooming them actually as a person, human being first, then as a professional. Are we doing the right groundwork on that? Is a big question mark. System as such is a problem. I used to take sessions for the faculties actually, a few colleges. I went and asked them actually, how many of you, maybe I would like to ask the students here actually, how many want to become a teacher? Maybe. How many of you? Can you raise your hands? How many of you? None of them are interested. Not even one person. I went and asked the faculty actually, recently last Saturday we had a faculty development program in Salem for a college. Almost all the HODs, there are about 58 people were there. All HODs, principals, only we had it actually. I raised the question actually, how many of you came with an intention that you want to become a professor? You had a passion to become a professor. Not even 10%. Believe that these changes of nurturing student or developing their competency has to be initiated by the faculty members. If the faculties are not ready enough to train the students or groom the students, how can you expect the competent people or employable students coming out of an institution? They have a problem. They also say that our academic systems we are expected to create more and more percentage of marks, more students to get through. I have to cover my syllabus. There is no time to give time for soft skills, other areas of competences. Teachers are going to make a biggest difference in the society. We are talking about, are we making the students ready for campus? I will not talk about campus. Are we ready for making them as a professional in the society? And 8th standard, there are about 80% of the students today are studying from government schools. 80%. So we are talking about only 20% of students who are going for a campus, getting into job for TCS, Infosys, all this kind of campus recruitment. 80% of students are studying in the government schools. Believe it or not, a 10th standard or a 12th standard student, if you ask them other than the book, ask them to write an article or an essay in their own mother tongue, you can see the pathetic situation there. They are not able to write even their mother tongue in the government school at the stage of 10th standard and 12th standard. They are not to express their views. They are not able to express their views. So this is the current situation of the students, what we are having to bring this to a right perspective, to develop the right competencies, to make them employable. What we need to do is, primarily we need to focus on teachers, faculties. It is a fact. You don't get job anywhere else, you're not getting any campus recruitment. What is the next option? Become a faculty in your college. It's a fact. I'm not telling lies. This is a fact happening in most of the 80% of the engineering colleges or MBA institutions happening outside. You don't get any other job, ultimately you'll end up in the academic side. So without having a passion and interest to develop the students, I have something else. I'm always having a resentment that I am supposed to be placed in a corporate and I want to get so much salary. And once you get a faculty, what's your next goal? After becoming a faculty, what's your next goal in your career progression? I would like to become a professor in a government college. Correct? Why? I want to serve for the society?
Sixth pay.
Sorry?
Sixth pay.
Sixth pay commission. One. Second? Job security. And people will not question you irrespective of your performance there actually. Whatever you do, your job is guaranteed there actually. And it's not for the people who want to dedicate and do so much work and they go for the government institutions. So this is the situation of the faculty today actually. So why I'm talking about this is the campus preparedness or the employability has to come from the faculties. I'm sure, sorry, there must be very good teachers available here. As I told you already, I'm talking about the 80% of the people outside who is not in that category.